After my sleep study, I was diagnosed with type 1 narcolepsy with cataplexy at age 28. I felt incredible relief knowing that I had passed the test, and after 20 years of feeling like an alien, I had finally found my medical home. And for me, this meant treatment options, but perhaps most importantly, it meant community, and that there were finally going to be people that I could seek out and talk to about this strange and kind of insane thing that I was experiencing every day. Once I was diagnosed with narcolepsy, my first thought was, what is narcolepsy? I had heard about it in the media, but I was not a person with narcolepsy. I was not somebody that fell asleep during conversations. What I was experiencing was so different than how I had perceived of this strange thing called narcolepsy. What I did learn is that narcolepsy is a chronic neurological disease that impairs the brain's ability to regulate the sleep-wake cycle. It impacts 1 in 2,000 people, or 200,000 Americans, and 3 million people worldwide. The 5 major symptoms of narcolepsy are excessive daytime sleepiness, which are periods of extreme sleepiness that a person without narcolepsy would only experience after 48 to 72 hours without sleep. This sensation can come on quickly and is what I described as that drugged feeling, though everybody describes this sensation differently. Another symptom of narcolepsy is cataplexy, which are sudden episodes of muscle weakness that can be brought on by extreme emotion like laughter, happiness, anger, sadness. The severity can vary. It can be as simple as the slackening of a jaw, or in my story, the loosening of a grip on a tennis racket, or the morning hands that I described when I was laughing with my best friend, to a complete and total collapse like what landed me in the neurologist's office when I was 23. Cataplexy feels like nothing and something at the same time. So when I was playing tennis, it almost felt like somebody had hit my funny bone, and it was like I have control and then I don't. And I don't know when I get to have control again. Hypnagogic and hypnopompic hallucinations are visual, auditory, and tactile hallucinations that happen upon falling asleep or waking up. For me, this was the man entering my home. You wake up and nothing is there. Sleep paralysis is another symptom of narcolepsy, and it is the sensation of being paralyzed, again, upon falling asleep or waking up, and it usually accompanies hallucinations, making them all the more terrifying. Lastly, disrupted nighttime sleep. Unlike public perceptions of narcolepsy, people with narcolepsy don't sleep all the time. It's just that the timing of sleepiness is off. So while I struggle to stay awake during the day, I can also struggle to fall asleep at night. There are 2 types of narcolepsy: type 1 narcolepsy with cataplexy and type 2 narcolepsy without cataplexy. Research suggests that type 1 narcolepsy with cataplexy is caused by a lack of hypocretin, which is a key neurotransmitter in the brain that regulates the sleep-wake cycle. Less is known about narcolepsy without cataplexy. Diagnosis for narcolepsy involves a 24-hour sleep study. There is a nighttime portion called the PSG, or polysomnography, and a daytime portion called the MSLT, or multiple sleep latency test, that involves taking naps, in which they look at how quickly you fall asleep and how quickly you go into REM sleep, or rapid eye movement, dream sleep. There is currently no cure for narcolepsy. Treatment options can vary widely by person and may include wake-promoting or stimulant medications during the day, sedative medications to promote deep sleep at night, antidepressants to help reduce the incidence of cataplexy, daytime naps to manage general sleepiness, and social support. To manage my narcolepsy, I take wake-promoting or stimulant medications, nighttime sedatives, antidepressants for my cataplexy, and daytime naps.